All right, joining us now on Inside TBT, maybe the most famous basketball player in the world from July 4th to July 14th, Elmore. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, glad to be back, fellas. Missing TBT.
We miss you. We just get right into it. I mean, we miss you. We miss talking to you every other day. And we need to know what your rise to stardom has been like. Are you getting recognized in YMCAs all over the country now?
Actually, it's funny. I was working out today at the Y, and somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, you're actually here." I said, "Yeah, every day you can get the work if you want to. If I was in there get my jumper right." He said, "No, I'll pass." But people have mentioned that comment to me a bunch, and it was a fun time, and I started up when I made it, but I'm still there working.
I mean, what just an incredible, crazy ride it was, not just for your team, but for you specifically. All of a sudden you were just a star. Would love to hear what like the first few weeks were like from when you left the bubble, first few weeks when you were still kind of, you really were a star.
No, it was fun. Just everybody around Charleston, around West Virginia, Huntington, sort of the area we're from, every time you walk by somebody, even though, you're supposed to be social distancing, they'd come up to you and be like, "Man, we really enjoyed watching you play." That's what people don't realize is how much sort of that TBT and our team sort of meant to our area and our school. Is everybody was turned in watching it. And I was talking to my dad again tonight about it because, we talk about it every day. We love it. It's just how funny and how weird the situation was with COVID and everything. We had a captive audience. Everybody in America, you wanted to watch sports. It was either cornhole or us. And I hope we were a little bit more entertaining than cornhole. So, there's not a much bigger stage than what TBT was this year. And, it was just that we just had a blast. We made the most of it.
So I think I know the answer to this, but if we take a step back, what was your favorite moment of the TBT 2020?
My favorite moment of the TBT 2020 would probably be when that last shot against the money team went down. There was a lot of back and forth. We've discussed this before. But just having that shot go down, that was that was up there with when we beat Western Kentucky in the conference championship to go to the NCAA tournament. When we beat Wichita State in the NCAA tournament, that's honestly a top 3, top 5 basketball moment in my life. And I'd assume everybody on the team felt that way too, just because of the situation and, how big the stage was.
Such an incredible run. Your brother, I'm sure, was hearing from teams all over the world. What kind of response did you get from, leagues around the world?
I actually had a couple smaller leagues inquire about my services. It wasn't like, I was getting an NBA contract or anything like that. But, there were teams that were interested in some of the lower leagues. But I was sort of committed to go to law school. I didn't want to go I'm married. I didn't want to go overseas for, peanuts, which I would have been on the bottom ladder over there. And so, I was sort of happy with my decision where I was in life. But, it was sort of fun hearing from teams, playing as well as I did. I did okay. And, it was just a great experience all around.
I got to say, my favorite part of that is not that you're getting the calls. It's that you have the lingo down to a T, that they are inquiring about your services. That is so perfect. That's like –
and that the money is peanuts. That's a good line too.
Well, with me, it's not just basketball. It really is a full package. I'm a media darling. I'm going to go out. I'm going to promote you on social media. It's not just basketball talent with me. So, that's why I use the term services because, I bring a lot to the table.
Because we know they are paying for Elmore, the basketball player. That's not what they're doing.
Well, it's half of it, but, it's not just the basketball player. They're getting everything. And, I'm going to boost attendance. I'm going to boost ratings. I'm going to boost productivity on the court. It's just it's a package with me.
So you and Joey know about this a little bit more than me. But for me personally, shooting around in the gym, playing half court 4-on-4 is one thing. When you play 5-on-5 for the first time in a while, you're very, very sore. How sore were you after game 1 of TBT?
It was funny. After game 1, I wasn't really that sore. I think I was just so hyped up on adrenaline and stuff. And, I didn't play a ton of minutes. We were sort of rotating a little bit. It was a blowout. I sat out a lot, I mean, just because we were rotating, everybody was getting about even minutes. But that next game when Stevie was hurt and the guard, sort of our guard depth shrunk a little bit, and I think I played like 25, 30 minutes or something. I couldn't even walk back to the hotel. I was cramping up. I mean, it was crazy because I hadn't played that much since a select few games in college, like a select few, not very many games.
You were tweeting it out mid-game. You grabbed your phone on the sidelines.
Yeah, I still get a bad rap for that. That wasn't even my phone. I just, the cameras caught me. I guess I should be aware that, the camera's probably going to shine on me a little bit, being the star that I am. But I wouldn't take it back. The tweet needed to be read. At halftime of that game, we were beating Peoria pretty good. We were all on our phones seeing what Twitter was saying. I mean, and that's the good thing about TBT is, I'm playing with a bunch of guys that are pros, but it was basically like a pickup game for us. We're not in there, at halftime going over X's and O's. We were in there at halftime looking at our phone like, oh man, we got it. I'm on Twitter, or you're on Twitter, or you dunked, or his three. I mean, it was like when we came on the court, we were locked in. But outside of that, we were having a good time, and that's something that I wish a lot of people could have saw with our team.
That's the beauty of TBT. It is never. There's no one way to participate in the basketball tournament. There are teams that take it super seriously, and then there are teams that are looking at social media on the bench, which who am I to say what you should be doing as long as you're winning? So can't no blame there. I'd be doing the same thing.
No, but outside that rectangle, we were having fun. Once we were in there, it was killer mode.
Absolutely.
So last question I have. Convince us right now and convince the world why Marshall and Huntington, West Virginia, and the University of Marshall should be a host school/city for TBT 2021.
I got 2 words: America's team. That is what Heard That was dubbed. I guarantee if you go back, look at the ratings, the viewership, the games that we participate in were up there, had the highest ones. We're almost like a team of average Joes. Of course, we had some studs, but, you look at like in the starting lineup, there's me, John, and Stevie. Me and John are balding. Stevie's a 6'2" white guy. That we're just the average Joes. Of course, we had some studs like Jacory and Coakley and, that type of deal. But, for the most part, people can look and be like, man, we could be out there, even though that's sort of not true. But we're not going to burst their bubble. We're America's team, and Huntington supports us. Huntington will have that 5,000-seat arena. We'll have 5,000 fans there. We'll sell it out. That's if, we're allowed to have fans.
I got a saying for you. Joey knows I like to come up with these. All right?
All right.
TBT Heard That is America's team. Huntington, West Virginia, land of the free, home of the herd.
I like it. We might have to tweak a couple words, but I like the sentiment there. America's team, Huntington. We can work with that. I like where your head's at. I do know that we'll need a podcast at that specific arena if we could have a region there.
Oh, we will be there. We will be there.
Send that invite to you guys. Let y'all know that the exclusive podcast rights for Huntington's region. We want you two to come in.
Well, there's no doubt that as soon as it's named a regional spot, fingers crossed, that Inside TBT will be in attendance because that is can't miss basketball.
Not just can't miss basketball, that's can't miss television.
There you go. Elmore, find your TV. He is Appointment Television. Thanks for coming on. We'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate you guys.